Hi. So we're going to talk about why the USA has targeted your children. It's because they are in high debt up to their eyeballs with China. And they have been subjecting your children to sexual trauma so that they can continue to make money off of the grief of people continuing sexual trauma. So, yeah, basically, there's so much research that supports people who have sexual trauma are less likely to get to the root of why they experience a lot of unhealthy relationships. The average individual is willing to attract a partner just like their molester or their rapist. Okay? So then that's why you have the mental health system that is designed to make a person feel like they're crazy for expressing their truth, their feelings. Now, this is going to be changing very rapidly, very soon, because a lot of narcissists are about to be committing suicide. Yeah, something's happened January 2022 where narcissists are starting to realize they can't wear those masks anymore, and they can't actually get new empathic supply to actually listen to them. Empaths are actually standing up and like, look, you're basically bullying me just to get my energy. Fuck no. So now a lot of narcissists are being subjected to abuse that they have put a lot of people under. Now the U.S. government has been using the people closest to you to act out the things that they want to do to you. They don't want their hands to be seen throwing rocks. Okay, that's why you'll have a lot of people interfering with you getting your children back. And this is because more than likely you are waking up a lot of people. Now, if you're asleep, you get your children back just like that because they know more than likely your children's going to experience so much trauma. The money train's just going to keep rolling and rolling and rolling. But if you are a person who's like, I want to know why my children and me are being targeted, you're going to have a lot of crazy making schemes targeted towards you, okay? Now, don't take it personal. It's just simply the U.S. government trying to hide their tracks. Okay? If you are raising awareness on a lot of illegal activity going on in the U.S., like me, more than likely people are going to try to target your mental health. They're going to try to say you a crazy conspiracy theorist. They're going to try to say that, you experience so much that you're trying to blame someone else for your issues. But let's be honest about it. A lot of people don't really like the U.S. And it's not that the U.S. is a bad place. You just have a lot of people who are tyrants in power, and they're trying to cover their tracks with a fake diplomacy, democratic type leadership. And the reason a lot of children are being put in the hands of pedophiles is because the U.S. is running out of money to pay China. Now, China knows that the U.S. has a lot of money to pay them back. And one of the biggest ways to be able to pay China back consistently is by putting innocent, harmless children in the hands of pedophiles. So that's why ACS has been invented to basically keep track of how the sexual trauma and the abuses is affecting the children. They normally like to wipe their hands clean after the children leave, and they get a lot of nice, adequate information to show this much trauma is going to have people invest in this and that. That's why there's certain businesses that are more populated than others. If you open up a niche business, is more than likely going to be targeted because it's going to help other people heal. So if you're a healer, you waking people up, 9 times out of 10, your children are being highly targeted. You could just simply sneeze and fall down and break your foot, end up in the hospital, and you wondering how the hell you ended up in a mental ward and your children are now in the foster care system. This is because the government is aware that if you are a truth seeker, you're going to expose their asses. So I've had a lot of people go above and beyond and say I have psychosis. I want to say thank you because you just really showing me that you lack accountability. All right, so we're about to basically take this word crazy and we're gonna make it work for all of us, because the only way they really want to get a hyoka down is by using the word crazy, because we're highly psychic and we don't take bullshit. I've had a bunch of people go above and beyond to gang stalk me, hoping I will react so they could say, okay, you're mentally unstable. But I stay calm and they can't figure out why. So we're going to get into the cards. These cards don't want to actually give me any information. But let's understand where this crazy making thing came from. We're going to get to the root of it, because we're going to get some information on how to effectively protect ourselves from people who consistently gaslight us. We got the Queen of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, the Lovers. Hold on. I be messing this card up. Well, not messing the card up. I just be thinking it's another one, and I don't like to disrespect this card like that. Strength card. So, when you speak your truth, you're going to have your character defamated. They're going to say you're either bitter, you know, you're crazy, you're a conspiracy theorist. Yeah, conspiracy theorists are safe. If you're a conspiracy theorist and you are constantly putting out content, they leave your ass alone. But the thing is, to people who are just like, that person's just crazy, they want to use these people to gang stalk you. Okay? So, especially the U.S. government, they gonna send people your way who will cause you conflict, hoping that you will do your shine. But realize that in this moment, it's your time to motherfucking shine. It's just like Jesus and the Pharisees. Every time Jesus spoke truth, a Pharisee was like, okay, let's challenge Jesus. And they always ended up looking fucking stupid. Right? They always just ended up leaving puzzled and taking on Jesus' persona, only to come back and try to outdo Jesus. They try to be Jesus better than Jesus was Jesus. Okay? So here we go. Pharisees were narcissists. Okay? Then when that doesn't work, they're going to try to send a honeypot in to basically break your heart, so it can seem as if, once again, you're bitter and crazy. They will use a narcissistic lover to tarnish your character. And this is the most effective way, because it'll be like you shared an intimate romantic connection with someone, so they must know more about you than we know about you. So the narrative that they paint about you is the one we're going to put out to the public. So more than likely, if you're a light worker, the government has communicated with an ex-lover who really hurt you to really get an idea of your triggers and how to basically get you to react so you can appear crazy. All right? Now moving forward, not just lovers, they'll use your family. So 9 times out of 10, If you are a conspiracy theorist, the government has communicated with people from your past. Okay? Either their jobs got extra grants so the people could have more money. Either there was a lot of activity or association connected to some government funded project that the people from your past are connected to, so that they can have more financial abundance over you. Because the government feels that if they got money, they got the power. All right? They feel that money is the essence of everything. So that's why they use your child's pain to create more money. Okay? So during these times, you're going to be asked to be strong and stand for justice. You know, the civil rights movement, you have people illegally arrested. You even have the government sending sex trafficking rings your way. So, now when you continue to persist, as I am, you're going to have people really try to play on your craziness. All right? So, basically, the government has personal witches. Yes, witchcraft is heavy in the government. This is the only reason they're able to implement certain things. They're going to have people actively abusing the moon cycles to cause your life a living hell. And because the government is well versed in psychology, knowing that a lot of people have abandonment issues, one of the main things they're going to try to do is target your relationships. Okay? So if they can use the law to do this, they'll separate you from your children. And then they'll make it very difficult for you to connect to your children. And even though the people doing the magic will be regretting doing it, they're going to do it because they have a high level of poverty consciousness, and they feel the only way to have income coming in is if they what? They work with the government. So these people, even when they feel miserable and they feel guilt for what they're doing, they're still going to target you and do the magic. Okay? Then not only combining magic and law and practicality, they don't want you to be aware of what's going on behind the scenes. The reality of it is the U.S. owes China so much money. No amount of trauma that they subject onto all the people in the USA will pay them back. Yeah. The government wants you to feel the fear that they feel because they know when China find out that the U.S. can't pay that debt back, it's that ass. So that's why there's been a lot of pressure for you guys to work even though COVID-19 is present. Have the children come to school, subject them to more trauma, bullying, because you have to pay these bills. But really, the U.S. knows that China actually cares about its people. And China has a very soft, kind heart. So China has been, just like, we don't want to hurt the people. So the U.S. has basically been scapegoating U.S. citizens to avoid a war with China. But the truth's out. If you try to assassinate me, USA, you only assassinated yourself.